everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my, I guess like 39 kind of slash 40 week update, and I just realized you can see me in the mirror and that weirds me out. But anyway, you were getting a little bit of a sneak peek of the nursery, very sneaky peek, which I am waiting to do my tour on because my mom is reupholstering the glider we have in here because the material it's on right now does not match and it's old and ugly, and so that's pretty much it. Everything else is done besides that. But I'm also recording this on my phone because I just didn't feel like setting up my camera and everything, and the lighting in this room is the best lighting in the whole house, so I figured why not. So yeah, so basically a little bit of an update from my last update. If you didn't see it, at my last appointment, my 39-week appointment, I was still 0 centimeters dilated. I was very much upset because I am just large at this point and very uncomfortable. Sorry if I like rock or bounce by accident. I'm on my yoga ball. So anyway, I'm just getting very big. He's getting very big. My son has been measuring like 5 days bigger than where I am, I guess, however you want to say it. But I am so very adamant on having a vaginal birth, especially this being my first. If in the future I absolutely need C-sections because I'm just gonna have large babies, because it runs in, not my family, my mom had all like normal sized babies. The biggest of the three of us she was 8 pounds and something, and the rest of us were like 7 something. But my husband's family, well, his mother anyway, had 3 really big boys. So my fear was that I was going to need C-sections because she did. So I at least wanted to experience one vaginal birth. So anyway, my fear was that this child was just going to be so comfortable that he just wasn't going to progress ever, and I was going to be pregnant forever. Obviously not the case, but I've just been very impatient about this just because I want him to be here, and being pregnant past your due date is like the worst thing ever. The minutes feel like hours, hours feel like days, days feel like months. It's just hard. So I didn't want to go to 42 weeks with the fear that he will be too big to then birth vaginally. So with that said, I got really excited at Friday night and I started having contractions, and they were what felt like regular contractions. Now, I've never had a baby before, so I don't really know what contractions feel like. So because of that, if I was having any at all throughout the 3rd trimester or whatever, I haven't really been able to tell. It's hard for me to tell what's a contraction and what is baby moving, because sometimes he just like stretches and it feels like it could be a contraction, but I don't know. So anyway, this past Friday night, I was having false labor, and I was so upset. My contractions were very regular. They were anywhere between like 3 to 6 minutes apart. They were very mildly intense. They didn't even really hurt. They were just a little uncomfortable. And I got my hopes up, and after an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of feeling this, everything just stopped. So I was very disappointed. I cried the whole next day because I was so prepared to like go into full-blown labor in the middle of the night, and that didn't happen. So that happened, and I'll insert a clip here. I thought, ooh, I was gonna start my labor and delivery vlog because I thought this was it. This is gonna be some like just in case footage because I'm not really totally sure what's going on yet. It's 5 after 11 p.m. on July 7th. It's a Friday. My due date is in 2 days on Sunday the 9th. And about an hour or so ago, I started to feel like what I thought were contractions. I am, this is my first time going through this, so I wasn't really sure what contractions feel like. And I know that I've had them here and there, but they were like really inconsistent. Like I might have had a couple throughout the day every now and then. But these have definitely been contractions that I've been having for the last like hour or so, and I tracked them on this one app, and as you can see, they were roughly like, they were like pretty consistent and frequent, and like here and there just kind of, they were just mildly frequent. And It doesn't say it on there, but it showed in the previous screen. They were between, like, I think the shortest one I had was like 42 seconds long, and the longest one I had was like 1:17 long. So I tracked them for an hour. I'm not going to continue to track them right now. I am just hoping and praying this means that something's going to happen within the next few hours, or like tomorrow morning sometime. And because all I really wanted was just to be able to do this like naturally and have my body just go into labor by itself and things like that. So this would be really great if that's what was going on. But tomorrow is hair wash day for me, so that I don't miss out on having a clean head of hair. And my hair is covered in oils right now anyway, because every Friday night I do like an oil treatment because the next day is my hair wash day. I'm going to take a just in case shower and wash my hair right now. That way, if this is the real thing, I'm not like a grease ball going into this. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed that this might be it within the next day or so. I really hope so. So I wasted a hair wash day and all that jazz for nothing. But anyway, so now I don't really know if I have been having contractions here or there. All I do know is that he has gotten much lower. I have very much dropped. He has very much dropped. And every time it seems like when I take a step of my right foot, I can feel this pressure of him on something. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not comfortable. Again, it doesn't really hurt, but it's just like, I would feel it, and I'm thinking like he's got to be coming soon. Like there's no way he's not feeling like this. So all weekend and even today, I have been very adamant on taking walks. I walk anywhere from like half a mile to a mile, depending on how I'm feeling, and depending on what time of the day I go. I try to go like early in the morning or later at night while it's still like kind of cool, because the summer heat is real where I am. I live in the Poconos, so when it gets hot, it's been pretty humid when it gets hot, like during the middle of the day, and just to be this big and walk around just sucks in the heat. So yeah, but I've been trying to get things moving. I've been dedicating a good like 2 hours a day on bouncing on this damn yoga ball. I gave up all other methods of natural induction because I shit you not, if you tell me something to try, I've already tried it. I had tried every single natural induction method there is known to man, and nothing helped me. So I am living, breathing proof that none of that shit works. But I did try whatever, no harm, no foul, so whatever. But anyway, today I had my 40-week appointment, and I am now 40 weeks and 1 day. I went to the appointment, and I go in there and I'm so anxiety ridden because all I'm thinking of is like, I'm gonna go and be told that I still am not dilated at all, and I'm gonna be so upset, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. So I waited there. My husband came with me too, because I really wanted him to be there to kind of back me up, just in case, like, if I have specific requests at this point, because I do know that he's measuring on the bigger side, like I said, so I don't want to go to 42 weeks. I don't want to. He's gonna be too big. I don't want to do it. So I wanted my husband to come with me just to back me up if I had any requests that they like tried to deny me of. So anyway, doctor came in, eventually found the heartbeat. He's been giving the doctors a hard time finding his heartbeat because he just like, it's like as soon as they put the Doppler on my belly, he moves to the opposite side of my belly. But she got it, everything's good, in the 140s. Then she measured my belly, and she agreed with the last couple doctors that have measured me, saying he is on the bigger side. So because of that, she then started, well, okay, so first of all, she then started to check me, and I asked her, like, right before she went and did her thing up there, about a membrane sweep. And as she's checking, she started to talk about her doing it, because from what I've been told from the doctors that I've seen, they will not do a membrane sweep unless you are dilated a little bit. So she said I was a tight 1 centimeter dilated, which isn't the best thing, but it's still something considering there has been nothing, so that was nice to hear, and 60% effaced. So with that, she's doing her thing, and she starts talking about how she was about to do the membrane sweep, and like I said, I've never done this, so I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking a membrane sweep was something like this, I don't know, like one of those things that they used to do like a pap smear and they start like feeling around or whatever. Like, I don't know. So I was not prepared for her to start talking about it. and then to start performing it. So as she's like telling me she's gonna do it, I could already tell, because after you get checked the first couple times, you kind of know what to be prepared for as far as like the discomfort. I have to say the first time I was checked, it hurt really bad. That doctor did not hold back at all. And then the last couple times it was uncomfortable, but it was bearable. So now with this membrane sweep, I have a pretty decent pain tolerance, I would say, truthfully. Like, I'm fine with needles, I'm fine with, I don't know, I hurt myself when I do one of those like, what's it called? This stupid guy from Family Guy, the Peter Griffin moments where it's like, but then I'm like, good, I'm good. I just like, I'm good. So, I really wasn't necessarily prepared. Like, I had heard different stories. Some people say that it was like really, really painful, and other people, like, they didn't make it seem like it was that big of a deal. But I knew it was going to be obviously uncomfortable. So anyway, she starts performing this membrane sweep, and I have to say, again, like, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I know for me, it was at this point still bearable, but it was the most, and now again, I have not been through childbirth yet, so this is true thus far. The membrane sweep was the most uncomfortable my lady parts have ever been in my entire life. I don't really know how else to describe it. It was just really uncomfortable. And then I didn't even know like what it was until I got home a few hours ago, and I started like watching other videos of what the membrane sweep is. And it's basically like they go in real deep, like you feel like you're being fisted basically. It's pretty rough. And they go in to where like she even felt the baby's head, which was positive because now I know that he's head down, so that was good. But anyway, they go like under the cervix, like wherever your dilation is, they go underneath that and they literally sweep, because they're trying to disconnect the something from the something membrane. I think it's like the placenta from the cervical membrane or something like that. They're trying to help it along, like disconnect it. So that was that. And then of course TMI, but the floodgates opened, and I've been bleeding since. It calmed down a little bit, but I'm still like bleeding. So I don't necessarily know if I have lost my mucus plug or I'm losing it, because they say like bloody show. Well, the only thing that's showing is bloody, so I couldn't tell you what is what. Not that I was so worried about the mucus plug anyway, because you can lose your mucus plug and it can grow back. Losing your mucus plug doesn't really mean much. It could be a sign of like something's coming, but it's not for everybody, so I don't even care about that. But she basically told me just to, she agreed to do the membrane sweep because I was dilated at all, and I had already told her that like I want to do this naturally if I can. Like, I didn't necessarily want to be induced. I didn't necessarily want all the medicine. I don't want a C-section if I don't need one, blah, blah, blah. So she did the sweep, and she told me just to prepare myself for more intense contractions or my water possibly breaking and just like general discomfort, the bleeding, whatever. Which I have to say, the first like hour after the sweep, I was in so much discomfort, and we had to go food shopping, and I wanted to still do those things though too, because I wanted to keep moving and like in hopes that the membrane sweep would do something. But for the first hour, lifting my legs, getting in and out of the car, even just walking, everything was so uncomfortable. I have felt a couple of contractions since then, nothing crazy. I did go on like a 20-25 minute walk, a light walk. I didn't really push myself because like I said, I was really kind of uncomfortable, but I wanted to walk. I've been bouncing my yoga ball. So I'm just trying to like get the ball rolling here, because yes, she did the membrane sweep. I don't get another doctor's appointment because he is measuring a little bit big. So the doctor does not want me to go to 42 weeks because they won't, where I am anyway, they don't allow you to go past 42 weeks. Like, you could be induced the day you're 42 weeks. But the fact that he's already almost, by the time I'm 41 weeks, he's going to be 42 weeks big. So because of that, she didn't want me to go the full 42 weeks. Also, I don't know how she worded it, and she didn't say it to me. She said it when she was on the phone with the nurses at the delivering hospital about, like, basically, like, I guess my slow progression or something that like had something to do with it, that she decided to give me an induction date, which is 8 days from today, so I could be pregnant for another almost over a week. Next Tuesday the 18th is my induction date, scheduled for early in the morning, but I'm praying that the membrane sweep helped move something along and that he comes on his own at least just before that. Like, I really don't want to be pregnant anymore. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm way too emotional. I'm way too uncomfortable. And I just want him to be here, and I just want to be able to spend time with him, because the longer it takes for him to get here, the more time I'm also losing with him because of having to go back to work and things. You only get so much time off regardless of when they come, so at least where I am. So I'm like, right now I'm losing time with him. So I just want everything to be done and over with. And I just completely lost my train of thought, because that's what pregnancy brain does. I have no idea what I was saying at all. But anyway, I just, I hope something happens really soon. I'm really doing everything that I know to do. The only thing that I haven't done a lot of, and I did it for a little bit, was the nipple stimulation, which I've heard more success stories with that than anything else. But I gotta be honest, I'm not one to be cool with like touching myself. So like, I've tried it and it sounds so bizarre, it really does, but for whatever reason, me doing that to myself, I almost feel like I start to feel nauseous. Like, I don't know, I don't like touching myself. It's weird. I can't do it. I can't even check myself for lumps and bumps and shit because I can't touch myself. I just don't like to do it. So I did one night ask my husband to kind of help me out with that, but I think I might do some more of that again, just to get more contractions going and try to progress things along further a little faster. So yeah, basically at this point, he is definitely coming by the beginning of next week, but hopefully sooner. You know, even if the membrane sweep did nothing, you know, so many people end up having their babies at 40 weeks and 5 days, or, you know, just a little bit over their due date. So I'm praying, even though he is slow progressing, I'm seriously praying for a miracle, that one day something happens where it's just boom and I'm in labor. So fingers crossed that that's how it goes. But I think that is pretty much it. Oh, I did want to mention that my last video I did a video before that, whenever it was, I did a what's in my hospital bag video, and I also showed the baby's bag and what I have in there, a couple little things. I do just want to update on that. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. It'll be listed below. If you did see it or not, either way, I'm just going to show you a couple things that I added to it, like literally just 2 things. So we had packed a going home outfit. We actually packed 2 just in case he is a little bit bigger. We have like a little bit of we have a newborn size outfit and then a 0 to 3 month outfit, depending on what he fits in. But what I didn't bring, because when you're in the hospital with the baby, at least at mine, they give you, the baby's usually just in a diaper that they give you, and this shirt that they give you that like goes on like a robe on them and it buttons down the front, and it just looks so uncomfortable. And I kind of figured, like, why not start putting stuff of his to use right when he's here? So for while we're there, I did just pack 2 little things. I packed this onesie with the open feet and open hands, but I do have mittens and socks for him in his bag as well. But just this onesie so he can be comfy in and sleep in. And then I also like this one that it buttons all the way down, because it'll be easier to do diaper changes with that. And then, because I know we're gonna spend at least 2 days there, 3 if I end up having a C-section, which fingers crossed I don't, but I also packed this sleeper. It's his little cutie on it. With the open bottom, again, just because it's easy access for diaper changing, and because I've heard so many. I'm a little upset because I didn't get a lot of these. I think I want to get some more, or I just have to keep on top of washing these. Oh, this does have where you can put his hands in. I didn't even see that. See, that's perfect. But anyway, I only got like 2 of these, and I've heard so many success stories from moms about how like their babies would not sleep unless they had these on. For whatever reason, like, because it's basically like a blanket. I don't really know why exactly. There's so many success stories, but there is. So I just added those to the bag. So yeah, so that's it for that. We're literally at the end of the road here. He will definitely be here by next week, the very latest. So I just feel so relieved to know something. I'm relieved to know that my body is progressing, though it is much slower than I would have hoped. I'm just happy that it is at all, because I was afraid that it just wasn't going to, which, whatever. And just to know that he's going to be here by next week, the very latest, and that's it. So yeah, everybody please keep your fingers crossed for me that he does come on his own, though I much prefer that. And so he's not getting days bigger inside, because let me tell you, this kid has run out of room. I can feel it. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and all that jazz. Remember, just stay tuned, because there's so many exciting things to come. You can hit the little bell next to the subscribe button if you wish to get notified when these updates come up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and the next time I see you will probably be when I have a little baby. So yay! Alright guys, see you later.